I do think young people are aware of it, but don't necessarily understand it to the extent, if that makes any sense, because there needs to be there's a difference there in being exposed to it, but they're not really necessarily aware of it. I think when we went into level three, I had to remind myself what level three was, and I think a lot of people had to remind themselves, oh, what that may be.
We're taking in the messaging that relates to us. So close contacts and casual contacts, if it relates to us, then we'll understand it. But I don't think that any of the extra information that doesn't directly affect our daily lives is something that we're not taking in sometimes. At least I know in my case, I'm paying attention more to the alert levels because I have to go to work to and from, and then the contacts that I have to make with people.
I've got the COVID thing right here, and I can't even like understand half of it. So I guess the messaging around COVID needs to be more clearer, especially to youth, more youth-friendly words.
If they can create one like a gaming sort of theme ad or like a song about it or something that's actually going to capture the youth and make them like, oh, I want to listen to what this COVID message is saying.
Oh, well, Instagram is a big one. I know the government has a big Instagram presence at the moment around COVID, but I reckon just having workshops, probably in schools maybe, especially tailored around our Pasifika and Māori students, especially those who are hesitant about the vaccine.
Some of the ways that we can do that effectively is if we shorten it and compress it and make it a lot clearer in segments, because oftentimes when we're hearing these messages, it's all at the same time. Um, and it's quite a lot of information to take in, and you're left with more questions than answers.
I know a lot of young people who are currently going through, I guess, an identity crisis. There was a really awesome conversation I held with a young person. They were talking about the idea that majority of their life has been exposed to lockdowns, earthquakes, mass, I guess, terrorist attacks. And so that's the reality and normality of their lives.
It's restricting some of the financial income that people need to survive on. Which is why you'll find a kid that needs to go to work at KFC going to work at KFC, because we're reliant on those incomes for our families to get by every week. So it's hard trying to challenge what we know is right and what is right. So
I'm in and out of the house every day coming to work, and I have people at my own house who are at risk due to pre-existing medical conditions. So it's definitely we have to do this together, because if we want to get out and enjoy the world together, everyone's got to actually do their part, as hard as it is, but it's a sacrifice. It's a small sacrifice,